You know, as a white guy on URL, I'm inevitably gonna get hit with the "you're white so you're racist" angle. And so I had to come up with a way to prove to everyone that I couldn't possibly be racist. And so to do that, I decided to become the first white person in history to watch an entire season of Martin. And let me tell you, it was not easy, but I did it. And when the news found out what I had accomplished, they had a field day.
In America, there's a fellow by the name of Anderson Burrus, who has officially become the first white person in history to watch an entire season of Martin.
En Estados Unidos, un joven llamado Anderson Burrus se ha convertido en la primera
رجل يدعى أندرسون بوريس سيكون أول شخص أبيض مارتن.
WRAL was lucky enough to get an exclusive interview with Anderson in his own apartment. I'm sure our Caucasian viewers at home would love to know, what was it like watching Martin?
You know, it felt like watching someone else's home movies. You know, it wasn't meant for you, but you can still enjoy some of it. You know, like for example, like Gina and Martin are never on the same page. And that Shanae has always got something to say. And the studio audience did a great job of letting me know when I should be laughing.
How you looking like a Hollywood pumpkin? Look, I am doing.
Anderson explained to us that Martin was meant to be a comedy and was nice enough to translate some jokes for our white audience.
You know damn well what this is all about. You got too much hate.
You know, in this scene, Martin Lawrence is playing a grandmother. And in real life, Martin Lawrence isn't a grandmother. So I think that's why people are laughing. I'm not sure, but I think that's it.
Anderson says by accomplishing this, he hopes he can inspire the African-American community to also reach across the aisle.
You know, if what I did can persuade one black person to watch Seinfeld, then I consider all of this a success.
URL. That's where it all started. A culture of adjusted brims and custom Tims. Rappers bringing crews on stage to see who's got tougher friends. And if you ain't willing to die behind what you say, don't even think about jumping in. Because this is battle rap, where hardcore gangsters write poetry about other men. This is serious. Y'all know how many old white people have the URL app? Surprisingly few. Now that is a massive demographic y'all been unable to target, because every reference is about Friday or some episode of Martin, while whiter shows like Seinfeld are completely disregarded. But see, I understand old white people, and I can get y'all in that market. For example, y'all remember that episode of Golden Girls where they had their ladies' night out, but Betty White had to babysit to buy that amazing white gown? Well, I keep a 40 in the crib to make this baby pipe down. Okay, y'all didn't catch that, but old white people would be going crazy right now. That's a bar. What? How am I getting a mild reaction? What? To the judges, if y'all aren't impressed now, screw you. If they don't put me through to the next round, I'm gonna put this next round through you. I got that Columbine factor. I'll lobotomize rappers. I got that Columbine factor. I'll lobotomize rappers. I will dish your dead homies. Then apologize after. Then punch him in the face. He was really a looker, but now his features are everywhere like Biddy the... Hold up, let me switch it up and make it a bit darker. When you bowed another Crip, y'all had this awkward exchange where at one point he said you weren't really part of the gang. Turns out being a Crip is just an act for attention. You look at his real life and it's dramatically different. He's just at home, on the couch, just happily chilling, wearing all blue. He's casually Crippin'. He might wear some red too, but he's casually Crippin'. He flew here on JetBlue. He's casually Crippin'. He's just a fan of the Crips. And that's what's confusing to me, because I didn't know you could root for a gang the same way you root for a team. I'm not really trying to knock it. It sounds like legit fun. He hears there was a gang war on 5th Street and goes, ooh, hope the Crips won. Then he finds out that they lost. He's like, that really sucks to hear. Hope it wasn't the Bloods, man. They've been killing us this year. Listen, Barry, I know being a Crip, I know being a Crip is something you dream about. But you work at the post office. You have morning and evening routes. That's the reason that we can doubt everything that he's speaking about. Because I learned to identify when a Barry is dangerous. I mean, I was an Eagle Scout. I came here to put you in your casket tonight. Black man getting played by a white dude, like the Passion of Christ. They say I don't belong on this stage? Yeah. What? They say I don't belong on this stage because I don't have enough stripes? Feel like I'm working at Chick-fil-A. Bro, I have to be nice. Blade on me. Homie, I can hear 30 of you. Hopefully there's no debating. I've learned to talk different, like overseas negotiating. Got an uplifting uppercut. When I go and swing, it's motivating. Get your dreads rocked by a white boy. I'm culturally appropriating. Homie, I don't care how many guns you keep in the car. You need to relax with the smoke like an evening cigar. When I pull this blade out, it'll be leaving a scar. It'll run a line by you. Like, what do you think of this bar? Homie, I'm sick.